Erik is kind of in an assignment with Geoff, whether Geoff has agreed to that or not yet. But Geoff just, he moved out of his home, basically gave up his house, moved everything into this bus, and he was going to go down to a steamer trunk and each of us go down to a suitcase. And, plus I think there were a few things maybe that he brought on along as well, and we were all ready to live with Geoff on this bus, and so there was a bit of, okay, how are we going to do this? How are we going to get across this country for 5 weeks with the amount of room we have, and also keeping it fairly svelte. So Erik and Geoff were paired up in an assignment, both to work through any thoughts that came up for Geoff and going through each of the items, and also for Erik, who has just been pouring his heart into the music ministry, which you'll hear tomorrow, or maybe a song tonight. Has had a lot of quiet time, a lot of stepping back, years, really, and is being called to take some direct steps with supervising the bus, and also in an assignment with Geoff and learning to share thoughts. So if you have anything about your experience with that whole thing.
Yeah, it's just really kind of expanding, kind of pushing me out of my comfort zone, or expanding, forcing me to like really look at the uncomfortable feelings that come up when it feels like I have to kind of be in a leadership role with someone and giving direction, and it's really like I'm really seeing him I'm always getting back a reflection of what's in my mind. So if I perceive Geoff as being resistant, or if I perceive him as an ego in any way, then my communication reflects that, and then he responds back to me in a way that seems like, just seems to perpetuate the conflict. And it's like I'm seeing that I have to always take it back to myself and really look at, what do I believe here? Like, do I trust my brother, or am I not trusting my brother? And today, this hose thing that came up, I really, we were trying to get the hose out to hook it up to the house's water, and we couldn't get it out of this little spot, so Geoff was trying to kind of bang it up, bang this little hose, or bang this hole wider, and it punctured the hose. And then his feeling was just to immediately go down and get it fixed. And I was just feeling like, whoa, we need to step back here. And all this fear came up, because it's sort of been given to me as my responsibility. Like, I'm supposed to be one of the people in charge of the maintenance of the bus, like working with Geoff on that. So yeah, these lessons keep coming to me, where I need to really stop and learn how to communicate, but from a really authentic place. And I really didn't trust Geoff to just go run off and take care of it. And I think it's also about being honest, just being okay with where I'm at. Like, yeah, I don't trust yet fully. I don't trust everybody, and to just admit that, instead of acting like I trust, or but then telling people, no, don't do that, don't do that. And I don't know, it's still kind of churning in my mind how to be a leader, and be an authentic leader, and be one that's compassionate and humble at the same time, and also sometimes having to be firm. So it's definitely been really, really helpful, just this whole tour, and working with Geoff and working with Jason, and I don't know, I just feel really grateful. It's not always comfortable, but I can feel that there's just some huge lessons being learned on a deep, unconscious level, and I feel so grateful to be in this position to be ready to learn these lessons now, move through them.